Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Vita Jasmine Beavisa, and now I want to review some film by the title LUCA. LUCA is film production by Disney and directed by Enrico Casarosa, and this film released at 18 June 2021. And the trailers, this film set in a beautiful seaside town on the Italian Riviera. The original animated feature is a coming from age story about one young boy experiencing an unforgettable summer filled with gelato, pasta, and endless scooter rides. Luca shared these adventures with his newfound best friend, but all the fun is treated by a deeply held secret. He is a sea monster from another world just below the water surface. And the figure first is Luca Paguro, young man who is very curious about the surface or land. Second, Alberto Scorfano. He is a Luca's friend who introduced Luca to the surface or land. And third is Julia. Julia, she is Luca and Alberto's friend from the surface who is human, and she is a teammate for the summer competition at Porto Rosso. And the short story, Lucasfilm tells the story about that fish can turn into a human, and his name is Luca Peguro. Initially, Luca lived under the sea with his parents and with his grandmother. Luca's daily life is herding his family's pet fish to find food in the seaweed fields. But one day, when Luca was herding his fish, he found a foreign object around the seaweed fields and he was very curious about it. After lunch, Luca tried to approach the object that was shining in the sun under the seawater. As he approached the object, he was surprised by the appearance of a human-like figure who was about to hunt him down, and he was very frightened. But when he created take off his costume, it turned out that he is a creature like him, namely a fish that can turn into a human. At first, Luca hesitated, but his friend again pulled Luca to come with him, and from there they become acquainted. Alberto Scorfano is Luca's friend who introduced Luca to the surface or land and teaches Luca to walk. After that introduction, Luca increasingly surfaced with which he must have been hiding from his parents because Luca's parents were very protective of Luca. Until one day, Luca's parents found out that Luca had often come to the surface while herding, and they were very angry, so they decided to send Luca with his uncle to the depth of the ocean. Luca strongly rejects his parents' decision, so he decides to run away from his home. Luca escapes by meeting Alberto, and finally Alberto invites Luca to fulfill their dream for owning some Vespa by going to a human settlement on the other side of the island where Alberto lives. At first, Luca was very afraid, but because he didn't want to go with his uncle who lived in the deep of the sea, he finally agreed with Alberto. When he arrived on the island, Luca was very scared because everywhere there were pictures of people killing a creature like them, and apparently the island called them sea monster. While observing the city, a man came riding a red Vespa which fascinated Luca and Alberto, but he is not a good person. He is the evil cunning local racing competition. His name is Ercole Visconti. Long short story, Luca and Alberto met a girl named Julia and make a team for a Portorosso race. The two sea monster then befriend him. Then they live together with Julia's father, a fisherman with a creepable hand, who is also a former sea monster hunter. The name is Massimo Marcovaldo. Luca, Alberto, and Julia then prepare to take part in triathlons. There are swimming, eating, and cycling races. If they win, Luca and Alberto want to use the money to make their dream come true. Buy a Vespa scooter to travel around the world, but they must defeat the cunning and call Viscanto. After a few days on the surface, it turned out that Luca's mama and papa, or Luca's parents, followed Luca to the surface to look for Luca. Meanwhile, Luca is busy to practicing to win the competition. Long short story, Luca is interested to uh, the things that Julia told him that he got from her school. So Luca is more interested in it than swimming the race and buying a Vespa. And that things made Luca and Alberto is fight until they were practicing. Luca and Alberto firmed on his feet, which caused them to fall into the water. Luckily, Julia found them in their human state, but they pushed each other and Alberto fell into the water, and Alberto's true form appeared in front of Julia. After the incident, Alberto was angry with Luca and decided to not continue uh, his training for the race by returning to the island where he lived. After Alberto left, Luca looked sorry for what had happened, so he showed his true form in front of Julia and he wanted to meet Alberto. When Luca arrived at Alberto's residence or Alberto's home, it was very messy and Alberto was very sad and desperate. And that's why Luca is determined to make their dream come true by winning the competition. On the race day, Luca raced alone. However, Julia is very worried about Luca because in the competition there is a swimming and in which Luca will return to his original form. But Luca didn't think about it. He swam in the costume that Alberto was wearing when they first met after swimming, followed by competition to eat some pasta. Luca can get through it thought a little slowly. And in the last round, which is cycling, Luca can go through it easily because he has been practicing, but the problem is the rain that falls and unexpectedly Alberto came and brought Luca an umbrella so he wouldn't get hit by the rain. But the cunning Ercole Visconti won't let anyone win except him. Ercole Visconti kicks Alberto so that Alberto is hit by water and returned to his original form. Seeing that, Luca did not remain silent. He immediately rode his bicycle without minding the rain, which would change his body as well. Saying that, Ercole Visconti did not remain silent. He chased after Luca and Alberto to capture both of them so he can get monetary reward. In, in the end, the race was won by Luca, Alberto, and Julia, and that when Luca met his parents, and they feel proud of Luca. And the end of the story, Luca parents allow Luca to go to school with Julia, and that makes Luca very happy because Luca really wants to go to school and know more about the world. However, he was very sad because Alberto, his best friend, could not go to school with Julia, but Alberto said, "Go away. Then tell me everything that you got from that school." That's why Luca decided to go with Julia. And from that story, that we can learn important thing that we must follow what our parents direct to us because they really know what is good for us, and don't be selfish because selfishness will lead us to regret in the future, and it's important for us to try make our dreams come true. Okay, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.